right? The third question of 2015, the term Goldilocks zone is often seen in the news in the context of option A, the limits of habitable zone above the surface of the earth, regions inside the earth where shale gas is available, search for the earth-like planets in outer space, search for meteorites containing precious metals. Now it's a zone, right? So if you understand that it's an area, if you are clear with the vocabulary, you can see that this thing will not fit in the definition. It's not a zone, right? It's a meteorite. It's about a meteorite. Search for earth-like planets in outer space. Region, again, this word will make this answer as a probable. The limits of habitable zone above the surface of the earth, right? Now the thing is, you can, or you have eliminated this. Now the first thing is also, an easy option that you can eliminate. Why? Because even if you have not studied this thing in science, but you must have read geography somehow. Somehow you must have done geography. And in that, if there was something in the, let's say above the lithosphere, which had limits of habitable zone, right? Then you would have studied Goldilocks. Somehow you would have. That's a basic concept. If this was true, then it would have been a very basic concept. So again, I hope I have helped you in understanding how you can eliminate two statements. Now we are stuck between these two. So now let us understand the concept. So it's a zone around stars where water can exist, right? So in our solar system, the zone exists between Venus and Mars, and Earth is perfectly there. Venus is on the edge and Mars is also a little bit on the edge. So it's a zone where around a star, like I said, suitable for liquid water to exist, right? Now Mercury is too hot, while Venus and Mars are located at the boundaries of Goldilocks zone, right? So why it is called Goldilocks zone? It's a story, or rather a children's story, from which a girl, in which a girl chooses from three things, right? It's a fairy tale. In that story, Goldilocks would find two extremes, right? And then would find things that were just right for her. So the thing that is perfect for existence is placed in Goldilocks zone. Now this was asked in 2015, but there has been since an update that in 2020 NASA had discovered a planet in an habitable zone of another sun. So NASA's transiting exoplanet survey satellite TESS made a discovery of an Earth-sized planet called TOI 700d in the habitable zone. Now this planet's characteristics are: it's 20% larger than the Earth, its orbit its stars every 37 days and receives 86% of the energy that Earth gets from the sun. And what about the sun? That sun is a star of M class, M dwarf, located 100 light years away and is about 40% of the mass and size of our sun, right? And half its surface temperature. So these are just factual information for you, but this is again important. The satellite name is important. So what is an M dwarf star? This is again according to the size of the star. So it's an M type star called red dwarf, and they are the most numerous type of stars in the universe and the smallest type of hydrogen burning star. So this can be asked, okay, because this year they did focus on something like this, right, in 2024 prelims. Now they have masses from about 0.08 to 0.6 times than that of the sun. In Milky Way galaxy, about 3/4 of the star are red dwarf, right? Now some facts which are important, which you should know, are: researchers think that potential for liquid water is very simple of a property. Why? Because in Venus, technically it is in the sun's habitable zone, but actually the planet's CO2 is so much that because of that it is the hottest surface of any planet in the solar system, right? So it is unlikely, even if we find water over there, it's so hot that humans cannot survive. So just water is not the perfect criteria to identify a Goldilocks zone. Another thing is, it is different around each star. That means If the star is big, it is hot, like the sun or a G-type star, they have wider habitable zone. While small and red dwarf suns, they have small or narrower range, according to NASA. So see here, habitable zone, it's a bit larger as the sun grows. This is our sun, so this is our habitable zone. If there is a smaller star, it has smaller habitable zone. So it increases as the size of the star increases. So a question can come on this thing, right? Again, connecting the dots, related topics, right? So current and future missions for observing and discovering secrets of the universe are important. Methods used to discover Earth-like planets in outer space, like Kepler tests. Criteria that make a planet or a moon potentially habitable, that is presence of water, atmosphere, appropriate temperature. So the answer is C. Answer is C. Search for Earth-like planets in outer space. Now UPSC was very, they played with words over here. They wrote zone over here, regions over here, right? And in the correct answer, they did not write any word like region or zone.